Hello, I'm Shaun Brown, CEO of BirdDog. We're a commerce media agency serving all the retailers in North America. And most importantly, for this session, it's all about Walmart Connect. I'd like to start by thanking you for taking the time to learn a little bit more about who we are as an agency and how we can serve your needs. First off, who we are. My leadership team and myself have decades of experience from shopper marketing, trade marketing, and retail media. We have worked with global brands across the world and have worked with also independent brands who have merged through independent agencies. We take this kind of learning and thinking and apply this to our clients today and how we operate. So what do we actually do? Really kind of three things. First off, we're a retail media agency. We're focused on mid-market and SMB brands. At the core of what we do, we're a full funnel commerce agency. We find and fetch the audiences that matter most. That means we are looking for an audience-centric approach to your business, to how we can drive incremental sales for your brands on Walmart Marketplace and Walmart Connect. Secondly, we do that with data and tech. Now, most brands don't have access to the tools, the hands-on keys to make that happen, and we have put together a resource of tools and tech to make it accessible for brands of any size, because we believe every brand should have the opportunity to compete. Every dog has its day, and so should every brand. And most importantly, we also focus on mid-market SMBs. So we are focused on brands like you to help them. We want to level the playing field to let you win against brands of any size. And who do we do that for? We work with all the retailers, but primarily for this conversation, we're going to focus on Walmart Connect. What we do there, we have the certifications behind Walmart, as well as other retailers for the expertise behind what we do there as a partner. So what's our approach to your business? We take a holistic approach. First off, we think the two sides of the world are very connected between digital shelf and retail media. Before we would ever ask you to spend a single dollar on retail media, we want to make sure your digital shelf is set up right to be optimized for organic growth and to drive the conversions for any traffic that lands there, whether organically or through paid media. With that in place, we then take a look at your retail media and help you drive the right strategies and execution. We do that through audiences. We leverage media mix modeling tools for you, and we have the right ad tech to bring it to life, and we have unified measurement to look at all the tools from end to end. So how do we actually bring that to life? Meet Daisy. Daisy is a combination of all the tech tools we use. It's how we unify it into one singular platform that's very easy for our clients and for our teams. From media buying to audiences to intent-wise with our partners for Illuminate and understanding audiences. And there's dozens of other partners even behind this, but it's a singular tech stack to let you win at retail. And we take that tech and we implement into a 4-stage process. First, kind of talked about this already, but we make sure your digital shelf is set up right. We make recommendations around that. We build a media strategy next. With those two in hand, we then look at your media activation in steps 3 and 4. But first off, we focus on demand generation of those audiences who show up on Walmart Connect first on the marketplace. We want to make sure we capture those audiences through the search tools, and that's a big chunk of the business that we focus on first. With that optimized, we then look to find incremental audiences through offsite and through other channels. So let's show you a few examples of how we do those things. So with your PDP and your detail page, we use some standardized scoring from the industry to help us score any page to make sure it's set up for success. We make the recommendations. We're looking for the right headlines, the bullets, the subcopy, the A+ content, and the video. Are you set up for success here first and foremost? With that in place, for all the media, we take a flywheel approach. There is an approach to things that we can control that help drive getting that flywheel working for you. It starts with the right kind of content, how likely is our product to convert, having the sales velocity, and getting the ratings and reviews. And the way we drive those are through a bunch of factors like on-site search ads, off-site DSP, or promos or discounts, all the things that drive this flywheel for your business. And to make that work, to understand how to bring that to life, we talked about what's in Daisy in terms of our tech. This is the data. We have dozens of data sources to help us win and understand the audiences, understand the market, understand the competitors. And this is just a sampling, but you see on here everything from retailer data, offline data, working with clean rooms to bring your data, 1P data, in with client data. with the retailer data is really critical, as well as outside sources for understanding audiences, both through 1P, through display, through streaming audiences as well. We take all that data and we integrate that into a strategy for you. So how we create that strategy, we were looking at your keywords, your competitors, we're looking at your 1P data, the third-party data that we can bring to the table. We're working with Walmart Illuminate, and it helps us create this understanding of audiences and how to activate. And from there, we go in two directions. What's our search strategy for you and how we activate? Then what's our audience mix? And that audience mix helps us understand who the most valuable audiences are for your business and how we reach and convert those audiences and drive the traffic to your PDP. And as we look at those audiences, we're looking at lifetime value and propensity to purchase. Who are the most valuable audiences? We don't care about the largest, we care about the ones who frequently shop the category or have the most value to you to drive the business results we're seeking. We take those audiences and we do media mix modeling to understand how should we spend against those audiences. What's the right way to optimize your budget? Where's the next best dollar go towards in terms of which activation and which retailer? And we can be able to talk about optimize for our audience, for our retailer, or against the budget you have. And then ultimately we activate. We turn all that strategy into actual media activation, specifically for Walmart. The priority tactics we're looking at are around sponsored product, sponsored brands, and sponsored display and video. The tactics here typically drive the large majority of most brands spend because this is where the shoppers are, and we want to capture the shoppers that are showing up on site. This is the most valuable audience that is out there for you to convert right now. And then once we have that activation, how do we find audiences themselves? So we define them through our data stack and we're combining that with your 1P data to identify our most valuable audience, an MVA. What's the right mix? What's their lifetime value? And our analytics will tell us what's the lifetime value for your brand and what's the propensity to purchase. So we can have predictive sales around reaching these audiences and finding other ways to engage those audiences. And with that, we can then integrate that audience data with Walmart's Illuminate data, their first party data, to look at purchase history, people are buying in the category, basket rings, and help us to have smarter, more intelligent ways to reach the audiences you need. And we have a query library already set up for it, which makes us go to market a lot faster. We have the top queries that are typically used across the category to allow us to optimize the activations within Walmart itself. And then with our tag for buying, we'll show you a handful of examples of how we can do automated keyword harvesting or doing day parting or time of day bidding with our tech to make sure we're spending the right dollars in the right part of the day, that we're not wasting your money on ad spend that doesn't matter at the wrong times. We also have optimized bidding algorithms to help us make the most of the budgets and make sure that we're pacing against where we should be. We're not overspending the budget and getting ahead of our curve. So make sure that we can make our dollars last throughout the campaign that we need to last for. We have bid modifiers and forecasts to help us understand where is your budget going to make the most of the budget and make sure we drive the conversions we're looking to see. Then lastly, as we're doing all those activations, we layer on a tool for incrementality, an AI tool that is letting us understand the bidding and the optimizations in real time to help us shift any kind of spend around to try to make sure we're reaching incremental audiences. We're getting incremental transactions for your business. We don't want to spend dollars against the purchases you're already going to get. We want to find those incremental dollars so you have profitable growth. So all those activations earlier are all about that demand capture. So once we kind of are driving that successfully within Walmart itself, we'll then look to offsite. And that is partnering with Trade Desk, who is Walmart's partner for all things for DSP offsite, as well as looking at partners like Google or TikTok or Meta for social, or even streaming in CTV. Those activations and using that audience data that we created with our data already helps us understand these audiences and unify that for activation across the board. And then last thing, analytics. We unify all of our analytics into a singular dashboard so you can see all those tactics, all those KPIs into one place. But the most important thing is when we look at these analytics, we're most focused on sales and profitable share growth. We're looking at the business drivers. Are we doing the things that drive and grow your business? Everything else is a KPI and we will track. And those are great indicators to tell us if we're on track for the direction we're trying to achieve. But ultimately, those KPIs are about driving sales and profitable share growth. So why should you work with us? We have a lot of experience with lots of brands from around the globe. We've worked across Walmart with multiple brands across all the tools we talked to you about today, from social and display and on-site with sponsored brand and sponsored product. But the real reasons are around we're a full funnel agency. We understand on-site and off-site. We have Daisy. We have the tech and data to help you win and help you succeed specifically for your business. We're industry experts. We've been doing this for 20 plus years. We have been a part of startups creating retail media for the last decade. We specialize in companies your size. We focus on mid-market and SMBs. We think you're an underserved market. You need the help, and we're here to help you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to learn a little bit more about BirdDog. I thank you for the time. If you'd like to book a meeting, you can scan below or use any of the contact information there with my email or phone number to give me a call. Thanks.